Hey, part two of building knowledge, designing a learning plan, designing a developmental plan for our student athletes. As a reminder, some great resources. Check out Dr. Fergus Connolly's Game Changer book, talks about developing the holistic path of an athlete. And then Doug Lemov's new work, The Coach's Guide to Teaching. A lot of the things that we're going to talk about today comes from Lemov's text here. Okay, so as a reminder, there's three different areas that Lemov mentions as it pertains to building athlete knowledge. First is the design of a curriculum or learning plan for our athletes, establishing a game model or philosophy of how we will operate as a team, and then a shared language across all members of our organization. We got to keep in mind as well, athlete development is not linear. It's not a straight line. It's messy at times. And when we really focus on this learning plan, it's going to really help us to see that. So part two of designing our learning plan, let's dig a little bit into some qualitative research methods to steal some terminology, if you will. Okay, so I want you to look at this picture. There's a lot of things going on here. We've got some inclement weather, some rain coming down from the clouds. We have a learner, the guy or lady with the glasses, and we're underneath an umbrella. Within that umbrella, there's a lot of things happening, concepts, content. Some are connected, some are not. Some have a stepwise progression that we need to learn. Some maybe don't, okay? We want to think about the highest level or unit as being the umbrella category, okay? So for us, if I'm a sport coach, maybe it is offense, maybe it is defense, maybe we're a little bit more granular and I'm teaching an offensive scheme or strategy that's across my team. My umbrella category is going to have different subunits under that. We'll call those just individual units. Okay, so when we think about the difference here, it's really easy to think about K-12 education. When we think about our experience as students, think about my umbrella category is, let's say, math. Okay, a unit within math may be multiplication. Okay, so when I'm learning how to multiply, it is a subset of the umbrella category mathematics. And then I'm going to dig into different exercises or lessons that pertain to the multiplication. Okay, so as a coach, as I'm designing my learning environment, I'm going to take an umbrella category. Let's say I'm teaching an infielder how to handle forehands. Okay, so that is the umbrella category there would be defense. I'm learning how to field the ball in a certain, let's say I'm playing back at depth, heels on the outfield grass, and our unit, okay, the subcategory of the umbrella category would be, hey, I'm working forehand. So I got a coach hitting some fungos to my glove hand side, my forehand side, and I'm essentially working on receiving the forehand. Okay, so now within the unit of forehand, I may have different lessons, practice opportunities, even coaching cues or problems that they have to solve the forehand work. Okay, so when we think about these things, we can start to organize our lessons. Okay, flip it to a classroom. Okay, say I'm working as a field sport coach and I'm teaching scheme, strategy, whatever we're going to do against an opponent, or maybe we're talking about the strategy and the scheme that our opponent has. Okay, I'm going to break it down. So let's say I'm talking about a specific coverage. Okay, that may be the umbrella category. A unit may be the style of play that a specific team or us runs within our specific coverage or defensive strategy. Okay, and then a lesson, exercise, or practice opportunity would essentially relate to whatever we're doing there. You can also see in here that many of these dotted lines may connect. So as we have different categories, let's say I'm teaching math again, okay? That's my big category. Multiplication may actually relate to some other areas of math, and then I can use an exercise to teach both. So what we're trying to do within this learning experience is actually make connections for the different areas of our umbrella category or our actual content. We're also trying to make connections for our learners to make associations so they can apply things better. So in review, we have different hierarchical structures that that exist within learning. First, we have an umbrella category. Okay, so that's your big meat and potatoes like math, English, science. Then I have units. Maybe I'm talking about multiplying, addition, subtraction, and that's a specific area of the big category. And then finally, I have lessons or exercises or specific practice opportunities that relate back here. As we're designing this, just a reminder, always think about employing your sports performance unit. This doesn't always have to happen, okay? But always think about getting feedback from a lot of different areas, and that'll help you keep a really holistic perspective. We are talking developing learning plans within sport and athlete development.